You want to be popular. You want to be interesting and do cool things. You want people to like you. You want to be cool. You want to be a better speaker. You want to be more persuasive. You want to win arguments. You want to be able to talk to anyone and have good stories to tell. You want to make people do things. You want to approach that attractive person over there. You want to have confidence when you walk into a room. You want to network. And most importantly, you want to have good friends. This is you. This is you surrounded by all of your amazing friends because you watched this video about how to win friends and influence people, and you learned everything you need to know to be more friendly, to win arguments, to be more persuasive, to be a better speaker. And this book is more important than it ever was before, especially these days when people are feeling lonelier than ever. Let's get going. Winning friends begins with friendliness. You have to be friendly to other people if you don't want to be lonely, miserable, and depressed and alone. Most people just expect things to happen to them, but that's not the way the world works. You need to go out and you need to smile at people. You need to ask questions. You need to be curious about people and try to understand that winning friends isn't about just being friendly with the people that you like. It's about being friendly with everybody, even the people that you disagree with and that you don't understand. And he starts the book with the 3 principles for dealing with all people. Stop complaining. There's nothing to complain about. You're alive. Yes, you have problems. Yes, life is painful and struggling, and you've dealt with loss and money issues and relationship issues. We all do. Stop complaining. It's not helping. It's not helping you. Let that sink in. Next, stop criticizing other people. Stop judging other people. It makes you think you feel better, but you only feel worse because you're just living in negativity all the time. Stop condemning other people, especially when you don't understand them. Appreciate people that you care about, even people that you don't care about, and strangers. Appreciate that everybody's going through the human struggle. The next one is arouse an eager want. There is only one way under high heaven to get anybody to do anything. Did you ever stop to think of that? Yes, just one way. And that is by making the other person want to do it. So often, we think that we can change other people by telling them something, by telling them information, by telling them what to do. It will never work. And it's Carl Jung who says, if you cannot understand why someone did something, look at the consequences and infer the motivation. And these are the motivators that pretty much drive all of us. We all want health, food, sleep, money, sex, life, well-being for our youth or children, and we want to feel important. So whenever you're like, I don't understand why somebody did what they did, this is it right here. One of these consequences are the reasons why they did it. It's the beginning of understanding how people work and why they do what they do. To be interesting or even popular, be interested in other people. Ask questions. Ask about their hobbies, their lives, what they do. There was a study that I shared a while ago. It was 36 questions for love, or 36 questions to make someone fall in love with you. And those are absolutely perfect questions to use, not just to get someone to actually like you, but to create a connection. And I'll put those in the description below. Number 2, this one is one of my favorites because it's so easy and it's so powerful and so effective. It not only works for getting other people to like you, it works to make you feel better. Smile. And I'll add this. Go first. Whatever it is, say hi first. Say sorry first. Do the thing first. Wash the dishes first. Go first. Let somebody else go ahead first. Smile. Just be kind first. If you do that, the world will respond back to you. It's the easiest test. Just go outside today or walk around. The first person you see, smile at them and see what happens. If you get arrested, I don't know you and you never watch this video. Next one, we all know and we all love it. It's the sweetest sound in the world, and that is remember other people's names. I'm so terrible at this. You could be in like a packed room, a super crowded place, and 100 yards away, somebody will say your name and you'll be like, what? Huh? someone talking about me? It is kind of cool because we're conditioned. That's our name from when we're tiny, tiny little babies. And this is what we all do, right? When someone's talking, we're already formulating our own response to that. Chris Voss in Never Split the Difference talks about what he calls active listening and how to do it very well. I'll do that in another book somewhere. Great book, by the way. Next is encourage. This is one of my favorite phrases. Oh, cool. Tell me more about that. It's absolutely transformative. Again, if you're genuine and somebody is telling you, a book they read or a place they went or something, usually we just breeze over it and then we start talking about ourselves. Try this out. Tell me more about that. And number 5 is talk to other people in language of their own interest. For all my men out there watching this one, if you ever take a woman on a date, this is it, right here. She doesn't care where you take her or what you say half the time or whatever you do. She cares how you make her feel. And really, we all care about that. When we have conversations with people, we want to feel good after it. We want to feel inspired. Yeah, you have the energy vampires, right? The people who are in your life that you leave a conversation and you're like, oh God, I feel exhausted from that. Why? And you don't know why. It's because they probably made you feel less than. Maybe narcissistic, maybe judgmental, maybe complaining all the time. But it's really like little things like this. Be genuinely curious and then ask questions in other people's language, and that will make them feel important if you listen to them and smile sometimes. Oh yeah, you could be a good friend by subscribing to this channel or join my weekly newsletter. Link is down in the description where I send out tips and methods that you can use to apply to your life and change your life. And we just talk about general self-improvement stuff and tons of books and travel and AI and all that good stuff. Link down below. Join, you won't regret it. 12 ways to change people to your way of thinking. The first one is quite obvious, and he says in the book, the only way to win an argument is to avoid one. But we all know if you've ever been in a relationship that you can't avoid them, and actually their arguments are quite good, helpful, and useful if done the right way. But he does say, try to avoid it when you can, or we know the phrase, pick your battles. Number 2, R-E-S-P-E-C-T, find out what it means to me. If you're my age and you got that, let me know down in the comments. I'm curious who's watching this. Okay, respect, super obvious, but he says something really profound in the book and I've used it and it is magic. It's a magic phrase. Wouldn't you like to have a magic phrase that would stop arguments, eliminate ill feeling, create goodwill, and make the other person listen attentively? Yes, all right. Here it is. I don't blame you one iota for feeling as you do. If I were you, I would undoubtedly feel just as you do. It just goes back to making people feel seen and understood. Just saying, I understand how you feel. I would feel the same way if that happened to me. But you need to be genuine and sincere about all of it. I remember reading this book and I was in a relationship at the time and I tried to use this, or I used it and it worked so well. I was like, wait, oh my God. Like I knew I was wrong and admitting it is so hard. Just if you're wrong, just admit you're wrong. Seriously, don't lie. So I talk about this before. If you stop lying in your life, and I mean like the little tiny lies, not these huge lies. We hear the word lie and we think it's just this huge thing. Pay attention. If you make it a rule, like never ever lie in your life anymore, you'll start to catch yourself with these tiny, tiny little white lies or fibs. When someone just asks you like, hey, how you doing? If it's just a stranger or something, you just say fine. But if it's somebody you care about, we still say, yeah, I'm fine, I'm good. But we're not really. And that's a little lie in there in your brain. That's not okay. Your brain knows these things and recognizes it. Most people want to start from their point of view, which is technically, in most cases, an argument or a conflictual state. Just start in the nice way. Start with the benefit of the doubt. Start friendly. Start getting people to say yes. It's a psychological idea of when you get people to say yes to a few things, then eventually when you ask for a bigger ask, it will be easier to get them to say yes. Chris Voss in Never Split the Difference talks about how this isn't always the best idea. Number 6 is he says, let people do most of the talking. And I just think of it as the Pareto principle, which I'm sure you've heard of, which is 80% and 20%. 80% of the time you should be listening and only 20% of the time you are talking. And next is make the idea seem like it is the other person's idea. Try truly and honestly to see from their point of view. Really. Try to get in their mind and see, okay, this is why you did what you did. It goes back to what we talked about earlier, the quote from Carl Jung. Look at the consequences, and then you can infer their motivation. Number 9, hatred is never ended by hatred, but only by love. And that comes from the Buddha. Next is just to sympathize with other people. Even if you really don't like someone or something, it doesn't mean to agree or to like them as a person, but you can sympathize and empathize with things that are happening to other people. Like, why wouldn't you? So they made you feel bad or, criticize you, or you didn't agree with their opinions. So what? So what? Like, really, so what? Who cares? I can't say this enough. Time, you have time and it's ticking, and then soon you're not going to be here. You're going to be dead and you can't do anything. Yet we waste so much time like hating or criticizing other people. That's like time you could be living, doing what you want to do. How do we let ourselves get so affected by other people and their opinions? Again, on social media, I come across it sometimes. I can't stand that shit. What a waste of time. Sympathize and empathize with people. This is appealing to someone's nobler motive. You set this level of expectations, like the way that you see them as a certain standard, and people will want to hopefully reach those nobler motives. There are 2 reasons why people do things: the one that sounds good, and then a real one. And the real one is this, their nobler motive. So dramatize your ideas. If you really are into something and you really like something, get it out there, share it expressively and enthusiastically. I'm loving that word these days. Yeah, sell it. Put a little flavor and spice on your ideas. Number 12 is competition. Compete, throw down a challenge. He says in the book that every successful person loves the game. You've got to have some sort of competitive spirit to be successful. Like, there's no question. If you're going to get to the top of anything that you do, you've got to be competitive. And again, this isn't just about competitive against other people. Sure, that's part of it, but it's really competitive against yourself. Challenge yourself. See if you can get to the next level. You want to change people? Do these things, and you'll also change yourself. In the last part of the book, he talks about leadership principles for being a good leader, and here they are. Begin with praise and honest appreciation. Call out mistakes indirectly. Talk about your own mistakes first. Ask questions instead of giving direct orders. Praise every improvement. Give others a fine reputation to live up to. Make the fault seem easy to correct. Make people happy about doing what you suggest. These are my contrarian takes, the things I didn't like and you probably won't like either. The book needs a facelift. It is pretty old and outdated, and he has references to, that older generation Rockefellers and Schwabs and those guys. But if you can scan through those parts that are not useful and the old ass examples and get to the meat and potatoes, that's where all the goods are. Okay, and number 2, and this one is absolutely essential. The book and these skills are manipulative if they're not done genuinely. And this is what gets me so upset about all this confidence and charisma and all this nonsense and using these special techniques and phrases and eye contact and certain words, is that nobody really talks about this. And he does in this book, which is why I like it, because he talks about being genuine and sincere. That is the foundational principle. You need to be genuinely interested, genuinely curious, genuinely want to understand. If you don't, then you're going to remain bitter, lonely, angry, sad, criticized, stressed, frustrated, all of those things about other people. And that's okay. You can do that. You don't have to do these things. Finally, the actions to take right now. Some of these I mentioned already, but I just want to highlight them. Just say this to yourself. Go first. Smile first. Say hello first. Be kind first. Say sorry first. Your life will change. Do it. Number 2, these 2 words, absolutely profound. Tell me. Oh, I didn't know about that. Tell me. Can you tell me about that? Tell me more about that. Just tell me. That's it. It will get people talking and you listening if you are curious. And that is the final question that I want to leave you with of this whole thing is, what makes you genuinely curious about people? We're popular. Damn. That's what ladies driving me nuts in her stupid book, Captivate. I haven't read it yet, but I'm going to, and it's all right. It gets my blood boiling because it's these stupid little fucking hacks. All right. back to it. And Chris Voss and never splits, or Chris Voss and never. Why doesn't that make sense to me right now? The real one? Wait. Oh yeah, if you like these book breakdowns, I'd be super grateful if you subscribe or you just join my newsletter week. Want to be in? Okay, come here. Here, we'll do here.
Yeah.
Okay, did it record it, I think. Okay. And I love this guy.